Hello, AP Calculus class. How you guys doing? This is Coach Ed, and woke up this morning and I started playing around with Desmos a little bit. So I was thinking about the problem that we were working on Friday afternoon, the last one, where we were drawing like little kind of slopes and looking at x plus like an h and f of x plus h minus an f of x all over h. Anyway, I was going to create some kind of a spreadsheet exercise, but I decided just to stick with Desmos. And because I learned a lot today about Desmos, I just kind of started learning about this program recently, and it's pretty cool. So I started thinking all the way back to the beginning of school where we talked about our Mario guy and was thinking about parabolas, and I came up with this. So I said, let's make a parabola, let's call it f of x equals x squared. That's a parabola, right? Let's invert that parabola, make it a negative parabola. We're going to add 1 to make it up 1. Pause this video if you can think about how we can shift this parabola to the right 1 unit. Pause the video right now and think about it. Okay, if you're back, what we should have done was to take this x, isolate that, okay, and then you subtract 1 from it, right? There we go. Got ourselves a nice little parabola, right? I also went and I did a little Google search for how to restrict the domain in Desmos, and I found out that you can. The notation is to do a left open bracket and do something like this. I'm going to put the domain of x between 0 and 2. Wow. And the reason is because I just want to see the positive area though. Okay? So I started playing around with a bunch of stuff, learned about, and what I'd like you to do is open up this thing, which I'm going to give you a link to at the end of this video. And you'll open up to a spreadsheet a Desmos that looks like this. You can hide this for a moment. But what does it do? Well, look, there's an h variable that there's a slider associated with. Looks like it calculates an f of x somewhere wherever this h is, right? And then there's a c variable. Oh, actually, it kind of looks like this. It calculates a point on the parabola at c, and wherever h is, calculates another point and makes a line. It connects a line. Whoa, okay. So by having this h get closer and closer and closer to c, in effect, if we think about the limit as h goes to 0, wherever c is, are we getting a line that approximates the slope of that curve? It's undefined. Okay. Anyway, I'd like you to play with this. I'd like you to go through, look through all these lines, try turning them on and off, see what they do. Okay, look at the formulas, see if you can rewrite the formulas. See if these make sense. There's an M. There's also labels. Let's take a look at labels. Look at labels here for a second. Here. So I had to look up labels, nice and big. So this says y equals, let's turn it off. Whoa, okay. Let's look at turn it off and on. Y equals, looks like it'll write whatever label you choose, but if you put this funny thing called a $sign, an open bracket, and then a variable name, close bracket, it will substitute this expression with a value. So you look above, m equals 0.78. And that's why it's 0.78 right here. Okay? This is also a variable, c. Okay? This rest of it is just letters, f of c plus h. Okay? So go play around with all this stuff, learn how it works, and then I'm going to ask you to answer a few questions. Also, this equation is actually wrong, and I want you to go figure out how to fix it. Okay? All right, good luck.